Hi there folks, well welcome back to my channel. For this video I'm back down into freezing Galloway. I'm actually down at Threave Garden estate, and this is not to be mistaken with Threave Castle, because Threave Garden is under the care of National Trust for Scotland, while Threave Castle is in the care of Historic Scotland. I think the castle's about 3/4 of a mile to a mile in the opposite direction from where the garden is. Unfortunately, I was planning on doing both sites today, but at the moment the castle is actually closed because I think it's one of the sites that Historic Scotland's is currently doing a lot of work on and doing a lot of maintenance on. So just have to come back down at a later date and visit it when it's reopened. Just even more reason to come back and visit the Feast in Galloway. So Threave Garden is actually just on the outskirts of Castle Douglas, which I did see a sign for saying that it was Galloway's food town, so I might have to investigate that. And yeah, and so I'm going to be going up to the ticket booth in just a second and paying the entrance fee into the garden and going for a wander from like where I've parked the car. It does actually look like a really stunning garden. So even though the weather does seem to be a bit threatening, hopefully it'll stay dry enough that I can have a good little explore and a good little wander around. And again, I will link in the bit on the National Trust for Scotland website for the garden itself, so you can again look up all information and see what's going on, see if there's any events, that sort of thing. But hopefully you will be enjoying this channel, you'll be enjoying my videos. And if you are, if you can click on the subscribe button, click on that notification bell, leave some likes, leave some comments, it's always really appreciated. And if you'd like to support the channel further, you can also click on the join button and become a channel member. And you can also follow me on TikTok and Blue Sky. So with that out the road, I'm gonna grab my things and head on out. So this is the entrance to the visitor centre. Yeah, so I think we have to go through the visitor centre to get to the actual garden itself. And they also have a nice little gift shop. So once you've been around the garden, either be exploring, you can come in and treat yourself to something nice. And it does look like they support local creatives as well, which is always good. So this is me just coming out into the garden. Seems like a really peaceful place. So I definitely have a good little explore and wander around. Yeah, you can also pay to go in to visit the house as well. And it's at £10 for just visiting the garden and £13 if you want to visit the house and the garden. But unfortunately, it looks like the house is closed on Tuesdays, so I wasn't able to pay to get into the house itself. But I'll definitely have a good little wander around the garden and see what I can find. I'll probably be able to get up to the house itself and have a wander around the outside. Just won't be able to have a look inside. And there's also a bit of like a woodland walk as well, which I'll try and have a look around while I'm here. There's the visitor centre just up there. There's got a wee pond area. And they do have lots of these wee side paths, which allows you to get up and close with the plants and the flowers. This wee like Chinese style bridge. And you can look back down towards the pond. That's Threave House up there, so we'll try and walk up towards there a wee bit. I'm going to try and get into the walled garden first. I'm just going to look back around myself, go to the walled garden and then wander up to the house. And this is also the walled garden. Yeah, this walled garden doesn't just look beautiful, it also smells gorgeous. And I think they also grow some of their own fruit and veg as well. They've got some rhubarb over in that direction. I think they've got some like onions, chives and that sort of thing. And they probably use them in the restaurant back in the visitor centre. And the wee restaurant actually looked like it was really nice. Probably will try and pop in there before I leave and show you what it's like. Maybe even treat myself to something. I'm going to pop into the glass house and see what it's like in there.
Did you say anything with plastic?
Some of them with plastic. So this one.
Yeah, so this would be the hot room. Also for a lot of the ferns and the palms. You can really feel the humidity in here as well. And when you just walk in, it's the first thing that hits you. Yeah, so if you are in the greenhouse, obviously, you're going through the hot room, which is where the palms and that are. Yeah, just make sure you close the doors behind you. Because again, that's what traps the humidity in that one little bit. And keeps those plants at the right temperature. Yeah, I've never seen a purple poppy before. Oh, the colour in that's gorgeous. So that's Threave House there. Very much in that Victorian baronial style. Beautiful building. Shame I wasn't able to get into it today, but again I can always come back and visit the house. I'm not too sure if I'll be allowed to film inside though. I can always come back for a wee personal visit. Just having a wee nosy to see what's down here. Just walking away from the house. Looks like there's a wee platform just over there. Don't know, maybe might be a wee jetty or something. Yeah, I think it's just a wee platform. So head back up the way I came and head along to my right for a wee bit. See what I can find up there, and obviously bring you all along with me. But it's just been really muggy for the past few days, and it's just that really kind of oppressive kind of humid heat, which is what just really gets people. But be able to get the chance to explore something like this and see gorgeous buildings like that, that's why I love just going out and exploring Scotland. Just having a wee nosy to see what's down here. Just walking away from the house. Looks like there's a wee platform just over there. Don't know, maybe might be a wee jetty or something. And you do just get a lot of these wee hidden nooks and crannies within the garden itself, which obviously just makes the place feel so much bigger. You really just got to stop and have a right good explore. Yeah, so if you are coming to visit Threave Garden, just to be aware that the garden staff, like the gardeners and all that, they will be using some heavy machinery in the gardens. Obviously try and get things to and from where they're supposed to be going. So they will be out in the gardens, they will be in some of the paths. So just like be aware, and if you see them coming up with some of the heavy machinery, just get out of the road and kind of let them pass. Because again, if you try and pick a fight with a tractor, we're not going to be the ones who are going to win. So again, the gardeners do a hell of a lot of work, and it does show. This is such a beautiful garden. It's a beautiful place to come and visit and spend some time. And even though it is a bit overcast, it's such a lovely day, and it's just nice to get out and enjoy the dry weather while it lasts. Yeah, I really like these thistles. I think the bees like them too. Just the colour on them just so nice. I think we've even got a wee honeybee. This is the Threave Garden Cafe. Quite nice wee setup. And a wee nosy at the menu. They do seem to have quite a good selection of different things on offer. And they also have quite a good selection of different drinks. So I treated myself to a really nice lemon tart and my usual iron brew. Yeah, so with Threave Garden, there's also a nature reserve which is just down towards the river. But I think it's about 1.5 miles, and I think you've got to kind of head down towards Castle Douglas and then cut through, and it's a bit of a kind of wiggly 1.5 mile walk to get there. And as I'm a bit tight for time, I thought, okay, just take the car down, and because there is parking there as well, and see what the nature reserve's like when I get there. And I had thought of doing this as a separate video, but again, it's kind of part of or related to Threave Garden, so I thought I'd just have it as a continuation. So I do have the address, shouldn't take me too long to get there, and again get to see even more the beautiful landscapes of Dumfries and Galloway. So I'm just going to head over to the nature reserve and bring you all along with me. Well, that's me at the nature reserve, and it's if you're heading from the gardens and heading back, so if you're heading down back towards Dumfries, you'll come to the roundabout, make a turn left to go towards to Stranraer, or right towards Dumfries. You can essentially go straight on, and you have to go along a single track road, so you have to bear that in mind. There are passing places, but you go along that single track road and you come to the nature reserve. So there's a wee visitor centre here, wee information centre. So I'll pop in there and have a little nosy to see what information I have in there. And yeah, have a little wander around the nature reserve itself. And I think they also have some toilets as well, so again, if you're answering a call of nature, they have facilities. So I'm going to have a little nosy in here and see what's happening. Yeah, so I think this is the same car park for if you're going over to Threave Castle. But unfortunately the castle isn't open just now, so I won't be able to go visit there. But I'll be able to show you the castle from the riverside anyway. Yeah, I don't know how well this is showing up in the camera, but I've got an osprey circling over there, obviously a bit of hunting. I think there might be some more up there as well. So definitely keep an eye out for things like the ospreys. Yeah, so they're having a project to restore the landscape. Which they're planning on having for 100 years. Quite interesting. And you could probably just make it the castle through those trees. So that's where I'm going to be heading to. It's actually on a wee island in the river. So they're putting the local belted Galloway cattle to good use. So this is one of the areas that they're trying to re-establish as grassland. And there's some boulders over there. I don't know if they're maybe just erratics and have been placed there through glaciation, or if they're more archaeological and been placed there by man. But I don't think I'll be able to get over there to have a look. There's a wee bridge coming up. Yeah, I think this is part of the Galloway Glens Way as well. So if you're walking that route, maybe somewhere to come and spend some time. So that's Threave Castle there, sitting on its wee islands, in the middle of the River Dee. One of these days I'll be able to come back here and go over and visit the castle. But they are purposely trying to let this area around the castle revert back to being a wetland. Try and help with the restoration of the local environment. Yeah, so this is the bit on the riverside where you get the boat over to the castle. Obviously they've got a couple of boats over there. Got another sit on island and one on this side. A bit of information about the castle. Yeah, when the castle is open, they have a bell here that you ring for when you want the person in charge to come over and get you and take you over to the island. Well, that's the back of the car, and it's just going on 4 o'clock, so we'll probably have to start thinking about heading back up home soon. But yeah, that was definitely a good little visit to the Threave Garden and coming down to the nature reserve. And again, once the castle's reopened, I'll definitely be coming back down and having another little visit and go over to see the castle itself. Because again, I do have a Historic Scotland membership, so definitely make as much use of it as I can. And it does look like a really interesting place to go over and visit when it has reopened. And yeah, so hopefully you'll enjoy this video. Hopefully you'll found it interesting. It's maybe a wee bit longer than what videos I've been posting recently, but hopefully I'll be getting out more and doing more longer videos over the next few weeks, and try and get as many videos as I can do over the summer. But again, hopefully you'll enjoy this video. Hopefully you'll find it interesting, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.